Welcome back, YouTube.
You know, a lot of people use a truck nowadays for their everyday driver. So today it's a safety thing we're talking about. So the reasons for putting these in, how we're going to put them in, they're very, very simple. Shawn, why do you want these put in on your truck, first of all? We'll show you the upgrade in a moment.
Well, it's for my wife's wheelchair, and it's quite heavy. It's not very light, so it puts a lot of stress on the suspension in the back end of the truck.
So, yeah, how heavy, Shawn?
Well, that chair there is 400 pounds without the hoist or anything that gets to pull it in.
So, and as that truck sits now, right, and the suspension is coming down, it's right on that, isn't it?
It's touching it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the factory height was 37, and we just measured it with the wheelchair in. It was down to 35 and 5/8.
Correct.
So what that does, the drivability of the truck.
Yeah. It raises the front end of the truck up.
Headlights in your eyes.
Headlights are coming up a little bit higher.
Yeah.
How do you find the roll in the back?
And the roll has picked up quite significantly. So when you're driving around corners or you're stopping, you can feel the weight shifting a little bit.
Okay. So you just bought this truck.
Yeah.
And how many kilometers you got on it? And you're noticing.
It's a 2018 and it just rolled 5,000 kilometers on it.
Okay. So the reason people buy these trucks is, of course, for the ride.
Yeah.
And you know, the accessibility for everything, right?
Correct.
So quite often, as in your case, a car doesn't always suit your purpose, especially with, well, how much combined weight are we talking? Close to 1,000 pounds?
Probably 800 pounds after everything's in there.
Okay.
So I think the product that we're looking at starts really working efficiently at around 600 pounds.
Okay. So that's where these guys come in, from Timbren, right? So we can order them. Anybody can order them from Amazon. Now these ones happen to be, before taxes, about what, $247?
Yes. Right.
Okay, so plus your taxes, but you figure the difference between this to that. Now that's what you're going to gain. So that's huge.
And the
Right.
weight, like how much heavier? Four
Yeah.
or 5 times heavier than that
Yeah.
in weight alone.
So that's going to keep you stable, no roll, anything else, right?
Correct.
So,
And when there's no wheelchair or anything in the back of the truck, that'll lift right off the rear axle and the suspension will be just like it was before the chair's in the truck. I looked into buying the airbags.
yeah.
So by the time you get the airbags, you buy a compressor, you get your lines. And here in Canada, with the winters and the salt, guys I've talked to, they're replacing lines all the time.
Yeah.
So I figured let's try this solution first, see if it works. If it doesn't, then we'll know.
Less than 300 bucks, right?
Yeah, and under 300 bucks instead of 12 to 1,500 for airbags. Give it a shot.
Now there's a couple of different kinds of these, right? Timbren, and then you have the other one that's
Sumo
called
Spring.
Yeah. Now, what was the difference between the Sumo Spring and this one?
The Sumo Spring was probably two and a half times the price of that one there.
Yeah.
And the Sumo Spring is always touching.
Yeah.
No matter what, if you have a load in the truck or no load, they're constantly on so they're lifting up. So this one here won't affect the ride if there's nothing in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
You know, I just noticed it's even made in Canada, so
So there you go.
should be quality, right?
Let's hope.
Keeping it local, keeping it real. All right.
So these things here,
Before I did anything, it was 37 and a quarter
35 and 5/8.
and 37 and a quarter. So we've lost an inch and a half.
So it was 37 and a quarter. What was up front? 30.
That was 36 and a half, I think. 36 and a quarter. 36 and an eighth, actually.
Okay. Front. Back. Just so we don't forget.
These are about an inch and a half longer, these bumpers, than the originals. And don't forget, the OEM product is very soft.
And it's sitting on them right now, right?
Oh yeah.
So when Shawn showed me the other day, without the chair in it, it wasn't quite touching, was it? Or was it?
It was touching.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can just see it just squatted there more, right? Watch this though. That's why I had to put the leg in. Okay, here we go. The reason why he's not squatting anymore is because of that leg, right?
Yeah.
there goes the spring.
It's like a raised 3 inches, isn't it?
Oh, for sure.
37.
First measurement was what? 30?
35 and 5/8.
Yep.
So yeah, 3 inches. Right? About 3 inches.
1 inch and 3/8.
Yeah, and those I think are 1.5 inches longer. Like there is
No give.
no. So they're gonna sit. They're gonna sit right down when it squats,
Yep.
and that's why they're hollow. A little bit like a spring, right? So it's you do hit a bad bump because of it, it'll take that wall.
And then keep that screw in there, or
Yeah.
that bolt, so that it won't allow it to really
Yeah.
compress.
And the other thing too is it'll stabilize the two turning corners.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do
You don't wanna
notice.
roll.
Yeah, I do notice that right now. Don't forget the red truck's 3/4 ton.
Yeah. This is a half ton, right?
Yeah, this is only a half ton. With the same size bed in it. And it's almost the same length.
You just reach up, give her a little twist and a pull, done. Very simple. Okay? And then we take, all we have to do is take the other one, we're gonna put a little soap on it,
Here it is.
just to make it a little slippery.
It's wet.
Okay, and there's two reasons for that. One is, yes, to make it slippery so it does go up in there, but see, soap and water dries. So, which will mean is this rubber will end up drying against that and will never slip, and it will stay there because it's not gonna be wet anymore. Okay, not like if some people might spray a lubricant. Well, guess what? That lubricant's gonna stay there for a very long time and you don't want it there.
Yeah, you don't fall in over going down the road.
So we'll go up on here. Okay. Now what we're going to do afterwards is that we will lower it down to make sure it gets in there nice and squared, and the pressure of the truck will push it all into place evenly. And then we'll double check that later. But because it is a little bit off, but not bad. There we go. Just to make sure it grabs. Put it in from the front, I guess is easiest.
Okay. So here's the other one going in. On the front. Is that in? Looks good.
Put this 4x4 right where you think it's going to drop down. Okay. Yeah, and then we've got the other 4x4. So that way you don't have to drop the trucks right down to the very bottom.
I mean,
Yeah. That's good right about there.
won't stay there. It will if I do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, I was doing it laying it down like that. That way you can lower it down slowly,
Yeah.
and it'll touch.
Yeah, I just didn't want it. Okay. So you saw how easy that was to go in. Piece of cake, right?
Yep. We also forgot to mention we put wheel chocks in the front.
Yes.
So
Safety first.
yeah.
Got it.
So now we're gonna seat them.
Yes. So we're gonna have looking underneath, and I'm gonna slowly drop it. Okay.
Yeah. Let her down.
Okay.
I can see the
This is the
bottom.
hard part. Slow. Slow, slow. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. Jack it up just so we can have a look to see if it changed it.
Okay. All right. So let's go up a bit. So let me know when we get that wood up back.
Clear.
Are we clear?
Yep. On that side, Bear. What about this side? Yeah, we're clear.
Okay, so we're clear. Does she look nice and level? Seated
Just grab that.
or conceited?
It looks good.
Looks good here too.
Yeah.
Pull out the wood.
Let her all the way
Okay,
down.
there. Now we'll let her all the way down. Let's see where it ends up now.
Is it sitting on them now?
I would think so.
It looks like it. It's sitting higher. It looks like. Looks like it should be.
Yeah.
Yep. So what are we at for height, Sean?
So yeah, it's sitting right on that frame.
You gained a half an inch from factory. Wow, the factory's 37.4. But
So it's
perfect.
probably right where it was.
Yeah.
Don't forget the cap added weight, the sliding bed added weight, and the hoist added weight.
Yeah.
And I have an extra battery back there just for the chair.
So with all your equipment, you're basically pushing the limit of a half-ton truck.
Yeah, probably with the chair in there, I'm probably pushing 800 pounds.
Plus your
So-
cap, you're saying?
Well, I included the cap.
Oh,
I think
okay.
the cap's about 200 pounds. I think the slider's about 200 pounds. The chair's 400, so we're 800 there.
Yep.
So this will put it right where it was from the factory.
Well, that was a pretty easy job to do, right?
Yep. Certainly was.
So you can see why, you know, construction guys would use that. If they got to carry a heavy load in the back, they don't want to be bottomed out, get that in there. Shawn mentioned snowplow guys,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Big heavy snowplow on the front, and then solar thing on the back.
Have a similar outfit for the front of the vehicle then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And that can really do it and even out. But for his case, I mean, you figure he's carrying around that 400-pound bed, and he's got that winch to bring it up. So there was a total, what did you say?
About 800 pounds.
800 pounds that
So-
he's constantly carrying.
So it's a half-ton truck.
Yeah.
1,000 pounds is sort of the limit, right?
Yeah.
So now it's the headlights are good, ride's
Yeah.
good. He seemed to be pretty happy when he left here.
Yeah.
He said he could already feel the difference.
Yeah.
Right away.
So he's not going to roll.
Yeah. So that's great.
Great
so,
drive.
So the good thing, the one thing I should say about our channel, we don't claim to be mechanics or professionals by any means, but Brian and I, these are just some of the things we've learned with ourselves and some friends, and we just pass them on to everyone else. Maybe they save a couple bucks, right?
Yeah.
Or on to the next generation for
Yeah.
the young ones coming up. A lot of guys like to work on their own vehicles and sometimes a little intimidated, which it can be, of course. A lot of guys love to work on trucks.
Yeah. I mean, we had a little bit of a feedback on the one about with the foam spray,
Yeah.
but that wasn't something structural,
No.
right?
No, that's the whole thing. Everything we're trying to do is being safe about it. That's our goal, and to help at the same time.
That's right. That's the
So-
whole key, right?
Well, like today, for example, putting those basically rubber bushings in is what they
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
I don't know what they would have charged at the garage. At least an hour.
At least an hour.
And here it was 20 minutes for amateurs.
Yeah. Never did
So-
it before.
Yeah. And anybody can do that one in their driveway.
Yeah.
Right? So, and that's what we're trying to do, help people just to do things, fix it themselves, but in a safe way.
Yeah. Because when something goes wrong with your vehicle, then you're a little bit more in tune, right, as to what's going on.
Yeah.
And you go, oh yeah, I can fix that. I remember that.
Yeah.
So-
And the thing is, we always recommend, if it's beyond your skills, definitely take it to the garage,
That's right.
right, to a certified mechanic.
So that brings us to the next part is we did change our name to Two Tools.
Yeah.
Now not goofy tools, but Two Tools and TOO tools. Makes a difference.
Yeah. As in also tools.
Also.
Right.
That's right.
So we'll highlight tools, some tools that we learn how to use, or maybe not how to use even. And we welcome your feedback. If you
Yeah.
have something to help us with, we're glad to try to apply it.
Or if you see something that we've been doing, go, hey, you want a little clarification? Throw it in the comments.
Yeah,
We'll
we're glad to
comment
help.
back.
Yeah,
It's no
So,
problem.
Yeah, today we're helping Shawn. So his wife is handicapped. She needs that chair.
Yeah, and we
So
wanted to help
happy.
him.
Yeah, happy to do that, and
Yeah.
I think he might like it.
Yeah, yeah,
He's gonna like it. He might
So-
even
definitely, yeah.
love it.
Oh, I think he's gotta love it.
He's gonna love it.
Right?
Yeah.
So anyway, what we're getting around to, you like our videos, throw a like up there, do a subscribe, ring the bell, and that way next time we got a video coming out,
Yep.
you get it.
And if you have any ideas you want to see us try to master, let us know.
Yeah,
And if we can, we'll give it a try.
yeah.
Eh?
You want to know how to do something? Throw it in the comments. We'll work it out.
We'll try.
Gotta love it. All right. Good to go.
There you go.